RMS Queen Mary was an ocean liner built for the Cunard White Star Line in 1936. She was laid down in 1931, but because of the Great Depression, building was paused. During these early stages of construction, the ship was actually going to be named Victoria, which was keeping with the tradition of Cunard ships ending in IA, although for unknown reasons the ship's name was changed to Queen Mary. The ship was launched in 1934 by Mary of Teck, who was the Queen Consort of the United Kingdom at the time. She remained on the Clyde where she was built for a further 2 years. When she was leaving the Clyde in March of 1936, she ran aground in Clyde Bank and she had to be refloated by tugs. That May, RMS Queen Mary went on her maiden voyage between Southampton and New York, and just 3 months later captured the Blue Riband from the rival ship Normandy. In 1937, Normandy retook the Blue Riband. However, the next year, Queen Mary once again captured it, which was actually a record that she would hold until 1952. Sadly, Queen Mary fell into unfortunate timing at the beginning of the Second World War. She left Southampton on the 1st of September of 1939, and by the time she reached New York City, war had broken out. She ended up spending the rest of the war carrying soldiers. After the war was finished, Queen Mary had an air of success. However, by 1958, some of the first transatlantic commercial flights began to spell doom for Queen Mary, and by 1965, Cunard were losing money by still having Queen Mary and by still operating most of their fleet. Queen Mary was retired from service in 1967 and bought by Long Beach, California, which was where the ship was converted into a floating hotel. Initially, this was a complete disaster. Several different companies owned several different parts of the ships. Thankfully, a millionaire named Jack Rather, who had sailed on the ship many times and really liked the ship, ended up buying it. Sadly, Rather died in 1984, and his company owned the Queen Mary until it was sold to Disney in 1988. Unfortunately, Disney gave up the lease in 1992, meaning she was forced to close. Luckily, just a few months later, in early 1993, the ship was reopened under the ownership of RMS Foundation under a 5-year lease, which was extended to 20 years in 1995. Other than closure because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the ship has remained successful in the modern day, despite her age of 92 years old currently. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this short documentary. If you enjoyed it, please do subscribe, since I'm trying to have 50 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you want to see more content like this, then be sure to hit the like button. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Niles Ocean Liners, and I'll see you in the next video.